YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about why the Washington Redskins did get the steal of the draft and Antonio Gandy-Golden. So without further ado, let's get straight to today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, my Washington Redskins. I'm recording this video currently at 3 in the morning right now, so let's give me a like and subscribe for this hard work. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
What we do here is go back.
Antonio Gandy-Golden is an American football wide receiver for the Washington Redskins of the National Football League. He's played his college football at Liberty University and was drafted by the Washington Redskins in the 4th round of the 2020 NFL Draft. Liberty University is not that far from Ashburn, where the Redskins practice, and has been doing it for the long run. Antonio Gandy-Golden, born April 11, 1998 in Chicago, Illinois. He grew to be 6'4", 223 pounds, and attended Paul Golding High School. Following his high school career, Gandy-Golden chose to attend Liberty University. As a freshman, he recorded 315 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. In his sophomore season, he led the Big South in receptions, receiving yards, also becoming Liberty's 7th receiver to become over 1,000 yards in program history. In his junior year, he recorded 245 receiving yards against New Mexico, breaking the school's record. He also became program's 2nd player to post back-to-back 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Gandy-Golden's senior campaign cemented his status as a top-notch draft prospect as he grabbed 79 passes for 1,396 yards, ranked in the top 5 nationally with 10 trips to the end zone and 13 starts. His 17.7 yards per catch ranked in the top 10 in FBS among receivers with 60 or more receptions. Now let's talk about what the NFL graded him. The NFL graded his prospect a 6.13 coming out of college and said that he could be a good backup who could become a starter. Now let's talk about his combine results. 40-yard dash is a 4.6 seconds, and I believe that he runs faster than that. I just don't like to judge people off their 40 times because we don't know how they were feeling that day. We don't know, did they get a bad start. I just don't like judging people off their 40 time, and I always has been a firm believer of a 40 time really doesn't matter. You just have to do it just because that's what they require, and I feel as though everybody that partakes in the 40-yard dash runs faster in game speed. I really do think this guy runs faster in game speed, and I also believe that a 4.6 is mighty good for a guy that's 6'4", 223. He did bench press 22 times, which we should expect. His vertical jump is a 36.0. His broad jump is 127.0. His 3-cone drill time is a 7.33 seconds. And his 20-yard shuttle is a 4.5 seconds. And he did not partake in a 60-yard shuttle. Now, looking at his stats, man, I know they're not eye-popping numbers, but let's be real, man. For how this guy is projected to be a backup, he really did kill the draft, man. Honestly, look at a Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen ran a 4.6, 4.7 in the combine, and look at him, an all-pro receiver. So I really not has been a big man or a big fan of judging people off their combine because, I mean, look at Tom Brady. I know there's 2 different positions, but Tom Brady had probably one of the worst combines in history and still became probably one of the best, or if not the best quarterback to ever touch this game. Now, not just Redskins fans are saying this, but multiple sources such as the CBS, ESPN, Bleacher Report, and NFL Network analyst theirself are saying that the Washington Redskins got the steal of the draft in Antonio Gandy-Golden. Now, let's just not talk about football for a second. This man, Antonio Gandy-Golden, is talented and he's skilled at literally everything. This guy, Antonio Gandy-Golden, has bowled a perfect game. He can solve the Rubik's Cube in 1 minute and 20 seconds. He also is learning how to play the guitar, and he just has crazy, freakish, athletic ability. I know you guys seen the video clips. If you did watch the draft, if not, just look him up on YouTube or his Instagram page. He's really a man of many talents, and he says he loves to learn new things because it keeps him busy, and he just loves challenging things because it keeps him sharp. Now, if you don't like a guy like that on your team, then I don't know what's gonna make you like, I guess, a guy like him. Because if you have a guy like that on your team, let me tell you something. He's gonna always want to find work, whether that's catching the ball, blocking the ball. He's always gonna want to put in the work to get better, whether that's working on his route running, just doing anything to keep himself busy and keep himself better as not just an NFL player, but also a person in life. Now, if you don't want a guy like that, then I just don't know what you will want. I think that the Washington Redskins got the steal of the draft because he was projected to go earlier than the 4th round, man. He was probably going to go 3rd round in some mock drafts that I've seen. Even some mock drafts maybe reached, like a lot of people like to say, and took him in the backhand of the 2nd round. Now, I know some people mock drafts could just be for fun and stuff like that, but people were saying that's a reach. But a lot of other people were saying that could be a steal, or it is a steal because we got him in the 4th round. Now, what rose Antonio Gandy-Golden draft stock was the Reese Senior Bowl. His workouts and his practice that whole week impressed NFL scouts to the point where they had to come up and get him and interview him and have personal interviews. I know they do it with every player, but this guy could not breathe, man. And that's why people are saying we got him in a steal, because he was projected to go earlier. This guy killed it at the Reese Senior Bowl. His route running was crisp. He was literally making cornerbacks look silly. 2 people on him, he still was gonna get it, man. He's like I don't want to compare him to a Julio Jones, but I really do want to compare him to a Julio Jones. I'm not saying he's as good as him, but he has the natural freak and ability as a Calvin Johnson, Megatron, or Julio Jones. Not just coming from me as a Washington Redskins fan, because I don't want you guys thinking I'm biased, but I'm talking as far as NFL reporters and analysts saying this themselves. This guy's freak natural athletic ability is just crazy, man. He can go up and climb the ladder if you need him to. He has crisp route running. And one thing that impresses me the most about Antonio Gandy-Golden is that his release. To be such a big guy, his release is just too quick. You sag off of him, he's just gonna beat you underneath with maybe a little crossing route or drag route. You press up on him, his release is too quick for you to, have to be beat in a man coverage. So he's just all around a great player. He can play in the slot. I know you normally don't see big guys playing in the slot, but he's quick for his size. If you guys don't know who this is, or if you haven't heard of him until the Washington Redskins have drafted him, I urge you guys, if you haven't already, to go watch his highlights. This guy was literally playing against boys amongst men out there. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say he played at Liberty, he didn't really have competition, but then when he did play competition, such as a Virginia, when he went up against Bryce Hall, he killed him, man. He never backed down from competition, even though he went to a school such as a Liberty, who isn't a big school. He showed out when he had his time on the big stages. Now his head coach at Liberty, who was the former Ole Miss head coach, who coached the likes of AJ Brown and DK Metcalf, has said he is the best wide receiver that he's coached. So that is really a big plus for the Washington Redskins. They gave him a big boost knowing that we've got a steal in the draft. If you have someone such as AJ Brown, or the coach of AJ Brown or DK Metcalf telling you this, then you know you're in for something good, because both DK Metcalf and AJ Brown had a great rookie seasons. AJ Brown should have won Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. The top 3, in my opinion, was AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, if he had a stable quarterback, and a Josh Jacobs. So if you have him telling people like that AGG is the best player or wide receiver that he's coached, then you're in for a treat. Per CBS Sports, some analysts has projected him to go as later than the 1st round in April's NFL draft. Mind you, this is before the draft, but it seems as though he will be a day 2 pick or maybe even a day 3 pick. In the Reese Senior Bowl game, he didn't have many targets, but he did haul in 1 catch for 5 yards and a touchdown. Now, don't let that discourage you, because that's understandable, because a lot of players in that game wanted to get targeted and wanted to, show out for the scouts. So don't let that, discourage you about Antonio Gandy-Golden, because everyone had to eat that game, and not everyone wasn't going to eat that game. But he did have a touchdown. Gandy-Golden had a lot of more reps and opportunities during the individual practice throughout the week. The video showing every one of his reps in 1-1 drills during practice, he hauled in a reception 11 out of 18 reps. Of the one-on-ones he didn't record a reception, an argument could be made for pass interference on 5 of them, while another one was out of the back of the end zone and uncatchable. Now, all of the passes that he didn't catch during the Reese Senior Bowl practices, as I just read it, is that it was either 5 of them that were pass interference calls or on the back of the end zone, but the other ones that he did catch. The next day, big day to watch AGG, is the NFL Scouting Combine at the end of February, which we did already go over his stats. Now, AGG, like I said, is the steal of the draft, man. I can see him coming in for a day 1 start for the Washington Redskins to be alongside Terry McLaurin, but it's not going to be easy, because I really believe that a lot of people are underestimating Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon is probably my favorite receiver on this team outside of Terry McLaurin, because I'm literally the biggest Kelvin Harmon supporter, because a lot of people are sleeping on Kelvin Harmon. So I don't want you guys to think that it's just going to be a walk in the cake, especially under the new regime and Ron Rivera. I don't think anybody's spot is guaranteed, so he can come in here and come get outworked. Do we seem like that type of person? No, but we don't know as fans what is really going to go on. You know what I mean? Kelvin Harmon could come in here and outshine him. Cam Sims maybe could do that. Darvin Kinsey, who knows, man? Anybody can get a shot. But I really just feel that the Washington Redskins got the steal of the draft. As always, it's being boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can notify when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, my Washington Redskins. I'm out, man. The Washington Redskins got the steal of the draft and Antonio Gandy-Golden. How do you feel about this move, and do you think that we really did get the steal? It is 3:19 in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications. We're on the road to 500. If we didn't already hit 500 by the time of this recording, we're at I believe 496. So get me there, guys. We're on the road to 1,000. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins. Peace.